All right, hey, what's going on? So we have Sarah here, and she came to me struggling. Really, to start, she wanted to lose weight, but on her journey with me and together, she's really made a lot of positive changes. And I wanted to bring her on here so that way she could tell you exactly what she was struggling with and what's been the biggest help for her to really have massive success in her health. So, Sarah, if you could, someone struggling out there, tell them, what were you struggling with when you first came to me?
So I was really unhappy with how I looked and how I felt. And oh, I need to go on diet. So I started something and I failed and I was even more unhappy. And this went on and on and on for years.
Hmm.
And so the thing is, like, when I was on diet, I was very strict. I'm a black and white person. So I was really, really strict with myself. One day I wouldn't eat lunch because I thought, oh, okay, you have a lot for dinner. And then I was so hungry by the time it was dinner time, I would just eat literally anything that would be in front of my mouth. And no matter if it's healthy or not, or maybe I would eat like a lot of somehow healthy food, like hummus or something, but this has a lot of calories and it's not healthy if you have too much. So and then I would have a glass of wine and a second glass of wine, a third glass of wine. And after the third glass of wine, I wouldn't care at all. So I have some ice cream and whatever. And then the next few days, I was very strict again, another pitfall. So, and then somehow, I don't know what happened. I think it was on LinkedIn. I popped on, I stopped with an ad or just a post of Dr. Bruno. And I thought like, well, I have a look at it. And so I started. We had a chat and I thought like, yeah, Sarah, let's do it, because the combination of like sports, like movement and diet,
Yeah.
which in the end was not a diet. I can remember our first call where I said like, but I am not going to note everything I eat. And you said nothing. And then I said like, and I am going to have a glass of wine on the weekend. You said, sure, you can have that. And what did I do on Monday? I started like taking note of whatever I had. And in the beginning, it was really a struggle. It was hard for me because I was not prepared for that. And actually I realized I didn't want you to know what I was eating. So,
Yeah.
but then somehow I got into it. I had my little lists, what my usual breakfast is. And so I could just like push the button.
Yeah.
And there it was. And so then I got a feeling like, what am I eating? And there's nothing I cannot eat.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, in a nutshell, like struggling, wasn't really happy with where you were, with how you looked, how you felt, right? That's where it always starts. And you knew what's healthy, you knew what isn't healthy, and you could do it for a little bit, but it was miserable and it sucked and you couldn't get results. And all you could do is stick to really strict things and you couldn't stick to it. You're not alone. Everyone struggles with that. So, tell me, struggling with that, like what's been the biggest help since we started?
I knew that I committed to someone to do it.
Yep.
And it was, by the way, in the middle of the Swiss lockdown we had. So I was basically at home. And I didn't want to, how do you say that in English? Like fail myself, myself. And thought I wanted to be accountable, and it was important to me that like I did something, and that helped me. I had also like Mary was texting me from time to time, so we had more the emotional part. She was like, we were chatting a little bit about that, and that helped me a lot. And then I decided, if I say I'm going to the gym, my home gym, I did it. I showed up, and that was really important for me. So yeah.
Sure. So having that plan and then committing to it, we know whatever you want to achieve in your life is important, but really talk about, and we were talking before I recorded this for a good 20 minutes, talk to me about really flipping everything you kind of thought about dieting on its head now, and the way that you look at it in terms of, okay, this is sustainable. I can actually have foods I like. I can be full. I can drink wine whenever I want and still make massive progress with really changing your body. So talk about that impact on you and how that's worked.
It's, before, because I failed so many times with dieting, I thought like, I cannot maintain a plan. And with this plan, I realized it's absolutely easy because there's nothing I cannot have. If I have a piece of chocolate, I note it, and then I realized, oh, it's on the list. So maybe I just don't have something else that day, and that I'm fine. And there's nobody saying like, "Oh, you're a bad girl." It's just, I do it for me.
That's what everyone thinks in their head, right? I was good because I ate salad, and then, oh no, I was bad because I had a piece of chocolate, right?
But and now I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I just feel good. I just, in the end, and some days I just note like some food in the evening, and I go like, oh my God, today must have been a bad day. And then I realize, oh no, it was not at all. Now I have a feeling for how much I can eat, and it's enough. Actually, some days I cannot eat all I should eat.
Yeah. So that's honestly the stuff that really makes me happy, is when you can see that you can make the changes. And then most importantly, right, those are great and you're like, cool, but talk about, the results that you've gotten because of that and having the sustainable plan. Tell me about that.
So in the beginning, the first I realized was that my fitness changed a lot. When I was younger, I was a very sporty person, so I'm used to have quite a good performance. So restarting was a little bit a struggle. But then after like 2 weeks, I realized, oh my God, I can run again. I'm running in the woods. So I was really thrilled how much power I had. I was like, I could lift more weights. And after a while, I missed going to do my exercise. I really missed it. And that's something I realized very early. And then when I had I think it was 2 months in, I had the first pictures, like old picture and new picture next to each other. I was just really like, oh my God, because you see yourself in the mirror every day. I don't realize it. And that was really just like an eye opener. And I have to mention the first picture was in a better light, actually it would be like a better light than the second one. So it's even more striking.
So really,
and now after 3 months, it's just like, oh my God, I fit better into clothes. Yeah, I'm just more at ease with myself.
Yeah, you're just, and I mean, I always just want to say to anyone watching, if you're watching, this is all because she goes back to committing. This is not magical stuff. It's pretty simple, but it does take effort. There's going to be times where, you don't want to work out, but when you start and you commit to it, and the biggest thing that Sarah, like every time we message or anything, it's always, oh my gosh, my energy is so high. It just like, at first you feel like you can't, okay, where am I going to get this energy? But you just create it by making these positive changes and seeing the results. I mean, and that's a big thing, that I see with you for sure. So, I mean, yeah, if someone's out there, they're struggling, they have done yo-yo dieting, they've really restricted things, and okay, yeah, it sounds great. Like I can have food that I really like you hear it all the time, and lose weight. I guess, what would you have someone do if they were struggling with that?
Call Dr. Bruno.
Piece of cake.
Dr. Bruno.
Yeah, I mean, if you are struggling, always do a one-on-one consult just to kind of talk about what are you struggling with, because your history might be different than Sarah's, and that way we can make sure that we can help you. So awesome, Sarah. I really appreciate it. Keep crushing it, and you know exactly what to do going forward.
Thank you.